That's all of us, right? Um, so we have some thoughts about what we want to talk about, but first we want to hear from you if there's anything, any questions you have, or something you want to share with us. Oh, I think this might be the first time no one's had questions, so y'all are really getting the groove here, I think. Um, I want to remind you that you're going to have, so we have this week of work, but next week is a work week where you're going to work on your Absorbent Mind study guides and your Montessori philosophy paper. So similar to our break week, we won't have the Zoom call just because we don't want to take time away that you might work in the evening. I know evening can be a time, where you can sometimes get some stuff done. So when we come back after the break week, once again, we'll talk about the week that you're in right now. Does that make sense? Okay. Barb, do you want to introduce the questions, and then we can put people in rooms or the scenarios?
There we go. Yes. Yeah, so we're going to do some scenario, situational based questions. We're going to break you all into two groups. And we have, two questions. So the first one is about love. And on the discussion board, it was clear that you all demonstrated an understanding of the importance of love and the need for a child to feel valued. So the first scenario will be when you have a parent at drop-off who's not showing affection for the child, maybe is rushing the child, scooting them in, not paying attention to their emotional needs, yelling, does not give a hug goodbye, any of those that kind of fall into that category. And what we would like you to reflect on is how you respond to this. So the child is crying, calling for the parent. What do you do? What do you offer the child? And what do you, or if, you follow up with the parent, what do you offer the parent? So kind of putting that into context, all those ideas and thoughts that you shared on the discussion board about love, then putting it into context into that situation. Any questions about that first situation or scenario? Okay. So the second one will be about the care of the child's spirit. So what you say, excuse me, my throat's been bothering me. What you say to your child becomes their inner voice. So what do you do when you see your co-teacher or an assistant in your classroom or a substitute in your classroom project negative words or images on the class or the children? For example, oh, they'll never be able to do this work, or they're not listening, or some of those, negative thoughts. How do you then, how do you handle that as the lead or as another teacher in the classroom? So we'll break up into the two groups, and well, Tracy, did you want to do the four and then two take one question and two take the other so we can compare the responses?
Sorry. Yes, I think that's great.
Yeah, I like that idea.
And I'm noticing that it looks like because you opened the call that you need to put them in their rooms. I don't have that option. So
okay.
can you see it? I think it should show up for you down at the bottom.
Okay.
Do you see it down there?
Breakout rooms. Yep. Okay.
Okay. And what you can do, you can just let it sort us, and then I'll go into a room.
Okay.
Or you can assign them, and then I think I won't go into a room. I just have been looking into that to try to keep you out of a room. So, but whatever's easier for you, I don't mind.
Okay. I'll do it automatically. So let's see, we're going to do 4 rooms, and we'll do that now.
See everyone in a minute.
Okay, so I think I did it.
She's frozen, so maybe she's just moving slowly.
Oh yeah, 'cause, yeah, she said it wasn't. She hadn't joined.
Does it show her
Oh,
going?
do they know how? Do they know which questions they got?
No, we forgot to tell them.
So I'll join in on breakout 1 and 2. Do you want to do 3 and 4?
I can try. Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
It looks like I can. Oh,
All
I
right.
can
So,
only I can only go to 1.
okay, I'll go to all of them and tell them.
Okay.
To see if there was
Hi guys.
something that would help. Hi.
So we realized we didn't give the questions to each group. That would be helpful. So breakout, your room will be focusing on the love question. Do you have any questions about that?
That's good because that's the one we started with.
All right, we'll see you back.
Hi.
Okay. Where am I?
Down, help them first, and then, of course, follow up with the parent after, and, in a nice way, maybe not so that you're not feeling like you're kind of ganging up on them, but just in a positive way. Oh, I found this very helpful, and just kind of trying to spin it that way, in a way. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but just kind of, yeah.
Group 2. Sorry to interrupt. We just realized we didn't give you the question. You're supposed to
we thought we were supposed to talk about both.
Okay, so just focus on the first one, which I think you're already doing.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, sorry about that.
Hi.
I'm in and out. Okay, I'm leaving again.
They spend so much time with us that I think parents sometimes see us taking over their duties instead of the parent taking responsibility for their own actions. And so I don't know about you guys, but a lot of my parents want to replace themselves with me. And that frustrates me because I want them to show, the child that, I'm going to go to work and you're going to go to work and I'm going to see you after school. And, like you said, Amber, not ignoring them and just kind of scooting out of the room real quick shows the child that they can trust them and that, they will be back and mommy and daddy are not lying or, trying to distract me or whatever.
Hi, group 3. Sorry to interrupt, but I realized I didn't give you the questions for you to focus on. So it sounds like you're talking about question 1, which is great, or the love one. But if you could come back to the group about the care of the child's spirit, that would be awesome. I forgot to give that instruction before. So continue this conversation, but then when you come back, just make sure you focus on that one. Any questions?
Yeah, we were gonna do both questions.
I know. That's what everyone's been saying. I've been going into the groups. Everyone's like, oh, we're doing both. But you can just focus on the second one.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay. And now to go to my
I got kicked out of my room. I got kicked off the Zoom.
Oh.
I was in breakout room 3.
Okay.
3, if you can put me back. I don't know if you can.
Let's see.
Oh, look at the bottom, Jess, of your screen. Does it say join breakout room at the bottom of your screen?
I feel like that goes into a lot with like secure and insecure attachments when it comes to parents and children, and like Ashley said, I think it was Ashley. sometimes that's just how the kid is, and so it may not even affect them. And if it's an ongoing thing and it doesn't seem to affect the child, I don't really know if I would even address it, because unless the child's like freaking out and breaking down and the parent is like leaving them and abandoning them, I feel like it doesn't really need to be addressed. But I like how like you talked to them, and I like how I said that we would like kind of do a group message to not single out the parent unless it was like a problem.
Hi, Group 4. Sorry to interrupt, but we realized we never gave you the question to focus on. I think everyone's been doing both, but for your group, if you could come back to the main, when we go back and you leave your breakout room, to the main page with care of the child's spirit and answer that one so we can compare it with the other group, that would be awesome.
Which question was that?
That one was what you say to your child becomes the inner voice. It was the second one. So
Okay.
what do you do when you see your co-teacher, an assistant, a substitute, admin, whoever it is in your classroom, projecting negative words or images on the children or the classroom as a whole? What you do to handle that. So it sounds like you're talking about the first one, which is great. But when you come back to the group, if you could summarize your thoughts on the second one about what you say to your child becomes their inner voice, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's right. That's what I was forgetting.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
And then how much longer did you tell them that they had?
All of them were talking about the first question because they thought they had to do both. So I said, the groups 3 and 4 will do the second question, and whenever they're done with that, they could come back in a few minutes.
So Jess, I have not, I will send a letter to each of you that are my practicum people. I just haven't, my practicum advisees, I guess, but I haven't sent it to anyone yet. But I know Elaine had let you know that I would be it.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you going to go to the conference in November?
We're not going to the Sarasota conference this year. We're actually going to the MEPI conference on Kiowa in first weekend in March. Will you be there?
No. I'm going to go to the
No.
AMS conference in March. I'm going to be at the one in Sarasota, but not to where you're going. And then I'll be in March. I'm going to the AMS conference.
Yeah.
How about you, Barb? Are you going?
I'm going to try to go to the AMS conference. All depends on how things go in January. Especially because my old school will be one of the host schools. So I want to, because I'll be down in DC. So I was just at my old school last weekend and getting a lot of campus prep ready. So I would love to go. It's my goal, but we'll see.
I'm excited to go to DC. I think it would be a fun place to have a conference.
Yeah, it's such a fun city to visit. Lots to check out.
Jess, you're going to just hang out for this part.
Yeah.
I guess so. So what's new, ladies? I know. I was just getting ready to talk and answer too, and then my whole screen just went. You're gone. Oh well.
Jess, how many children do you have in your group, in your class?
Yeah, I know. We have we were supposed to have 17, but one little girl, her parents decided they didn't want her to start until January, so we have 16 with three teachers.
Oh, Jess, I actually think I figured out if you do want to go to your room now. I think I just figured it out.
Yay!
Oh,
Okay, I'll pop you in over. Sorry about that.
sure.
Okay, see if that works.
That's okay. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Yay! Okay.
I guess better late than never.
That's right. Oh, I hope it didn't kick her back out. She said that her internet has been really shaky all day.
Mhm.
Did you pause the recording, Barb?
No.
You could, because
Okay.
otherwise it's just